Hello everyone, and welcome to another slice of Dhamma. And today I'm going to talk a little bit more about the practice of Anapanasati itself, remembering in or out breathing in English. So, one of the things that's come to mind is actually free-form, wholesome thoughts. And so this is something that I've kind of used to categorize a style of practicing Anapanasati, where really the only sort of precedent that you set, the only sort of, rule in terms of a game, if you will, is just that the thoughts have to be wholesome, right? And even if they're not wholesome, what you do is you spot those thoughts and you throw in a wholesome one. Aha, I see you. Or glad to see you. Glad to see you, unwholesome thought. And right there you've already made a change. But the free-form wholesome thoughts can very much be like you sit down to practice Anapanasati, or perhaps any time during the day whenever you remember. This can really change the way that you think when you're off the cushion. That's sort of the idea as well with the free-form wholesome thoughts and what I've sort of found benefit from. And so what you can kind of do is just come back and acknowledge whatever posture you're in and just be like, wow, you know what? It's pretty cool just to be, sitting right now, to acknowledge the environment you're in, to recognize safety there. Especially if you do go and practice in seclusion, just spend some time with, again, it can be kind of freeform, just like, oh, it's so nice to recognize that right now in front of a computer, I'm all safe. There's no real dangers here. That's nice. And I can just relax with that, so the body can relax as well. Oh, it's so nice to relax the body. It's so nice to just breathe right now. And we don't have to necessarily keep track, of every single breath. It's just coming back when we remember to this one. And we can use that. We don't have to necessarily use words to point directly to the breath either. We can just sort of breathe in a rhythm with the wholesome thoughts and have them come up. And then when the mind sort of wanders into unwholesome territory, simple enough. Just see it and say, internally with self-talk or what have you, aha, I see you, or glad to see you, or hello darkness, my old friend. I kind of categorize these as spotters, as when we spot the hindrances, right? So that's sort of the fun game that we play with it, but the only thing is just the discerning, and is this wholesome, is this unwholesome? And that is up for you to really decide in that moment, and to see and to play around with and experiment with into what is wholesome, what is unwholesome, what points towards, the end of dissatisfaction here and now, and what kind of points towards sort of an unwise craving, right? And so it's just a continued investigation with that. It doesn't require a strong, hardcore focus. It's more just like a relaxed alertness, awareness, coming back to what is happening here, what is happening now. That's sort of the thing. So the breath can be a helpful anchor, right? We can play with having a little bit of a hit of sati on the in-breath and on the out-breath as well. But with the free-form wholesome thoughts, this is just, again, paying attention to what's going on in the mind. Seeing, oh, is this wholesome, is this unwholesome? And then returning to the breath when we remember and gladdening up with that. So, perhaps that was a nice little slice for you. Maybe a little illuminating on one way that you can practice. That works well with Anapanasati. And just generally changing the way that we think to come to a little bit more of a wholesome place. And again, it's up to you to decide moment to moment to discern that. And it's really developing that skill of wisdom. It's developing the skill to remember, to look, and to change. And then also congratulate. When you see those unwholesome thoughts, congratulate. You spotted it. And woohoo, we are awake now. All right. Until next time, peace.